Welcome to the video. Before we begin, if not already, please take a moment to subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. And click the bell icon to receive notifications when I upload. Comment your little heart out. And most of all, please enjoy. Now back to the video. The feel-good family movie of the year. If your idea of feel-good involves demonic possession, gallons of blood, and a cheese grater, look no further. Today we'll be taking a closer look at the movie that took one look at motherly love and asks, what if she tried to eat her kids? What's the emphasis here? Evil Dead, Rise. I'm thinking about this way more than I should. This is Evil Dead Rise.
Mamma mia, here I go again.
Nope, it's just a drone shot. A drone's blades can be just as dangerous, as foreshadowed here.
You could have taken my head off.
It's not an Evil Dead movie without some young people in a cabin in the woods. This is today's group. Teresa, her boyfriend Caleb, and her cousin Jessica, who's not feeling well. Teresa starts reading a book, keeping her company, and then Jessica starts talking out loud, reciting words from the book in her hand as she reads them.
His face looking through the window.
Nobody likes a backseat reader. A nice callback to a similar scene in one of the recent movies. Jessica starts convulsing, and there's a dirty joke in there, but I'm not going to do it. You're already thinking about it. Let's move on before I get demonetized. Jessica grabs Teresa by the ponytail and just scalps the shit out of her. One good yank.
Caleb!
Honey, what are you doing? Your hair was fine. Jessica comes out and mutilates her own face with the drone. I told you this was coming back. Caleb jumps in to save her, but she don't need saving. Well, at least he won't drown. In the event of a water landing, our opening credits can become a flotation device. Is this the most badass opening credits or what? We told you that story to hook you in. This is Beth. Her hand smells like piss because she's pregnant. She goes to visit her sister. Ellie is a tattoo artist and single mother, so she'll know what to do. The kids are Bridget, a young protester, Danny, an aspiring DJ, and Cassie, the precious one. See? Beth arrives and reconnects with Ellie. Their building is about to be demolished, in more ways than they realize. Earthquake! When the kids are returning with pizza, there's an earthquake. A hole opens up in the parking garage floor, and kids being kids, Danny immediately climbs into the mystery hole. This building was built over an old bank, and now Danny's in the vault, which still has some stuff in it for some reason. Just like in the basement of a certain movie with a book and a cabin in the woods. I see the parallels. The safe deposit boxes seem to be cleared out, but he does find a big box full of letters, photos, and records. And he starts packing the stuff up. Jesus! Then he finds the religious version of hanging air fresheners all over to hide a smell. In the middle of all that holy fresh air is a big concrete box with a gaping hole in the side. Naturally, he just reaches in and pulls out a book wrapped in cloth. Covered in bugs, bound in human flesh, we can tell it's human because they left the tramp stamp on it. Danny brought the book back because it looks valuable. Yeah, somebody will buy it. The cash would help out the family. This one looks different. There's no face, and it's really veiny, which makes me wonder which skin it's made out of. On cold days, it shrinks down to a paperback. Danny cuts himself and bleeds on the book. Start your engines. The book opens, and pages of horrifying images in an unreadable language. Don't read anything out loud, and you may get out of this yet. But everything that happens after this guy right here, this guy. Danny starts playing with one of the records he found down there. Lucky he was a DJ. In a few years, he would have been looking at that thing going, what's this? And then we're going to have the Necronomicon on MP3. The record starts with a weird prayer, and then an introduction from a priest discussing an artifact, one of the 3 volumes of the Book of the Dead. He goes on to talk about it being bound in human flesh, written in human blood, bookmark made out of pubic hair, probably. They want to translate the book for science, or the other thing. Not a great idea, and we hear another voice in the recording telling them not to do it.
It's called the Book of the Dead for a reason!
Bing! Please turn over the record. Can't read ancient languages? No problem, just play the record at full blast. The incantation is automatic and the book will follow along. You don't have to worry about proper pronunciation, because we know how bad that can go.
Everything's cool!
Oh Lord, he coming. It's too late. Danny can't stop it and Act 2 can commence. But Mom gets it full blast. Ellie's trapped in the elevator with it. The elevator goes haywire, then its cables attack Ellie. Much like the tree scene in Evil Dead, It's horrifying, violent, very disturbing, and violating.
High five!
Mom is not herself. Ellie starts convulsing and puking as the possession takes more and more hold.
Don't let it take my babies.
They try to get her to a hospital, but the elevator won't let them leave, and the stairs are gone, and I mean gone. Maybe this building needs to be condemned. Ellie's comatose, or dead, I'm not sure. Rest up. It'll take energy becoming an internet mommy meme. What few neighbors they have are also trapped on the same floor. Well, I guess Ellie's back.
She's alive?
Yes and no. She's feverish, so they dunk her in the tub. Also, no good. Mommy.
Mommy's with the maggots now.
Ellie attacks Beth. Glass through the hand and everything. Her hand will be okay. Then Ellie attacks the neighbors. She bites out one guy's eye and spits it into the mouth of another guy. Evil Dead 2 callback? I think so. While Ellie's busy tormenting the neighbors, the kids lock her out in the hall. Mama wants in.
This is your fault!
It absolutely is your fault, dude. Ellie scratched Bridget, and the wound isn't looking too healthy. She's gonna need iodine and a Kleenex. A move to California is the place she ought to be. Cassie hears Ellie singing and thinks, Mom's back to normal. Bridget shouldn't have eaten that Feastable. Now it's Cassie's turn to endanger the family. I know there's a few people watching out there who wouldn't mind getting choked by Ellie. You do you. Well, Bridget's a goner. She's eating glass. She's eating glass. She's eating glass. She needs one of those bumper stickers. They fight with kitchen implements. Well, that'll get the hair off. But it's Cassie and her dangerous freaking doll to the rescue. We're talking a lifetime of therapy. Maybe the other records hold the answer to defeating this thing? Beth listens in with headphones. Headphones or not, isn't this still technically spoken out loud? Beth is so tuned in, she can't hear Ellie die-harding her way into the apartment. Danny sets Bridget on fire, and that finally seems to do the trick.
We can't go on together.
Someone doesn't like Elvis. It looks like Danny's out.
I will swallow your soul.
You promise? And not just spit it in the sink later?
2 souls?
Deadites are both pro-choice and pro-life, which is progressive and kinda weird. Beth grabs some scissors and jams Ellie right in the soul swallower. A dead neighbor won't need his boomstick anymore. Ellie won't stop coming. Now the Deadites have backup, and they're in a good mood. I would not trust this elevator, but it looks better than being dead by dawn. An elevator starts filling up with blood, and I mean a lot. Meanwhile, the Deadites merge to form the Marauder. But I'm just gonna call her Monstro Ellie Danbridge. Beth, Cassie, and the blood get off at the garage. Even when they can leave, something holds the car back. Monstro Ellie Danbridge is right behind them, and they play cat and mouse for a good bit. They try to make it to the gate on foot before it closes. But before they can make it, Cassie gets snatched away. Monstro Ellie Danbridge finds a handy wood chipper, but now Beth has the chainsaw. Can I get a groovy? And Beth just gives it to Monstro Ellie Danbridge. Chainsawing up front, wood chipper in the rear. Blood flying all over. Ultimately, all that's left is Ellie's head, and even that won't shut up. Go! The next morning, a woman walks into the parking garage, seemingly unaware of the previous evening's bloodbath. This is Jessica, the possessed girl from the opening scene, and this is where her possession started. So in a way, we get a full movie and an Evil Dead short. That was Evil Dead Rise. Evil Dead Rise continues the horror franchise with an urban twist, shifting the action from the traditional cabin setting to a decaying apartment building. Written and directed by Lee Cronin, where a reunion between estranged sisters is violently interrupted by demonic possession. Ellie's transformation plays into the corruption of motherhood and family, turning a loving, protecting figure into pure evil hits especially hard because of who she used to be. Character development might not matter as the focus is on horror sequences and body count. The neighbors add more action and numbers to the kill count. The effects and gore is intense and over the top. Lee Cronin plays homage to Sam Raimi's signature style, but its tone is still more in line with the 2013 remake rather than Raimi's. There's no real humor, it focuses on horror and gore. If you're squeamish, brace yourself. He leans hard into visceral practical effects, and it's wonderfully grotesque. You thought the remake had a lot of blood in the climax? We gotcha. Alyssa Sutherland is horrifying. Watching her terrify her own kids is kind of heartbreaking. The deviation from the cabin in the woods formula is welcome, and it still hits the required points. isolation, gore, and suspense. I'm curious to see where it would go after this, how the deadites would spread across the city. But at the end, we're back in our discomfort zone, the woods. The script keeps things tight and doesn't waste time getting to the action. This also makes things feel a tad rushed at first if you're looking for more character establishment. The film does not shy away from brutality. I still can't look at a cheese grater the same way. Evil Dead Rise is 3.5 Bs. Fans of the series will appreciate the nods to the originals, and it's a good gateway drug for newcomers to the franchise. But it still doesn't quite have the charm that Sam Raimi had. And if there's a sequel, can we bring back Bruce in some way? Or how about Sam Raimi himself? Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment the bell, you know, the usual YouTube stuff. This is theNewBee, and I'll see you later, kids. Be good. Toodles.